Welcome to Bloody Buttered, where the horrors never die. Yes, I'm here. Alright, let's get on with this movie called Bull. One of the movies that I didn't expect being good. I did not expect this being good. It's a wow for me, because it's a whole different scenario altogether with this movie. So, I'm going to try and not give spoilers, because this movie came out to be probably a really, really good movie. So let me tell you some backstory about this movie. So basically, this was filmed at Dartford, in UK, somewhere in the UK. I think it was in the UK, but it's Dartford. I don't know. I've never heard the place, but basically, it's about this mob, and what happened? He has a child. I'm trying to explain without not give you spoilers. Basically, the guy in the picture, he has a child. He has a child with a woman, and she's with the mob. And he works for the mob in general. So, when they doing all, what they do, they double cross him. They basically capture him, and they basically try to end his life. So this is a description. It is. It's the best way to put it without not giving any spoilers. You can watch it on multiple platforms. The 93% is kind of legit, and 4 out of 5, I would say, wow. So basically, the old guy is the mob boss, and they double cross him. They take the child away and give it to the mother, which she's on drugs. The big M. I'm just going to say that because I don't know how far to go on YouTube yet. It's sick and twisted to the finest. All of a sudden, after 10 years, over 10 years, he decides to come back and get revenge on the mobsters and try to find out where his son is. This is bloody, it's brutal. You see probably everything what goes on. When it comes to the kills, you see it. You see it. And the torture scenes is, wow, unsuspectable. And so the revenge comes, and he wants to know where his son is. But everybody wants to know, how is he still alive and all this kind. It takes you 2 scenes, one in the present and one in the past. And you can tell by when you watch the movie. This movie's on an hour and 20 minutes at least. An hour and 27 minutes or something. But I want to show you something else. Look at the box office. Look at the box office. $17,000. It just goes to show what a movie can do, right? This movie will probably barely get any scene from anybody. But you get shitty movies that get watched because of social media bullcrap, right? This movie, 64% like the film. I could knock that up a little bit more, maybe up to 80, I would say. Some people might not like it, going backs and forwards, I get it. But the fact is, there's a story, and there's a really upsetting, sad part that really actually got me. And I said, I hope he gets revenge. I really, Really hope. And it's a really upsetting scene. It doesn't have to do with the kid or anything, but it has to do with him and what he has to do. It's not nice. And then I says, I hope he gets revenge. And boy, this was satisfying. But the biggest thing, I don't want spoilers in the chat here, but there's a massive twist at the end. People might click on earlier than normal, and that's fine. But this was the biggest twist of all, and I'm not going to give the spoiler. I am not. No, I'm not, because you need to watch it yourself. I'll explain about the kill gore scenes, though. There is gore, but it's like you when you see it go, it looks real. The torture, what he puts a few people through, is insane. But everybody's question in their mind is, how is he still alive from, what happened to him? Well, what's in the front cover of the picture, he gets burnt alive in a caravan. I'm not joking. So that's all I'm going to tell you. And he's still alive. Or is he? That's all I'm going to say about that. Because, yeah, what else about this movie? Without giving spoilers. I said it was on over about an hour and a half. What's it with these hour and a half movies? They seem legit back in the day. Do you know what I mean? A few years ago. They seem, an hour and a half seemed more legit. You could sit down, have a coffee or a drink, and just watch a movie like this. This is a movie you could watch like that. But to understand it, that's the biggest part of this movie. You have to understand. And I think a lot won't. But a lot will, Like I said, that's the caravan in the background. Yeah. So what do I give this movie a recommendation? It's a tough one. I'm going to give this, because it was satisfying, and then the huge twist at the end, and what he does with his child, because he does get him back, was really nice, but it made a lot more sense. That's why I'm not going to spoil it. You need to watch this movie. I'm going to give this actually 9. I'm going to actually give this a 9, because the story was great, even though it had to do with mobsters and stuff. The gore, like I said, the violence, actually really you just class it as violence. It was brutal. It was torture. It was something you would know they would do. Do you know what I mean? But the question was my mind is, why were they so terrified of him? That's one thing you need to watch. It's all uncovers at the end. At the end, it gets all uncovered. And trust me, it's badass. It's really badass ending. That's why I'm going to give this a 9. Great story. The violence was great in it. I would say this was a horror with the violence, but at the same time as well, that's why I've done reviewing this movie, because I'm going to review different kinds of movies too. So, guys, what do you think? Drop it down in the comments below.